Friday, May 17th, 2024, we headed to the Redwood Forest to hike the Boy Scout Trail. Actually, we're heading to the Redwood Forest to hike quite a few trails, but first, we need to stop in Denver and catch another plane. And you know, I'm going to enjoy my traditional vacation start Bloody Mary. And now we're on our way again to Oregon. Okay, I know it's just me because I'm from Connecticut, but holy cow, mountains! Woohoo! So exciting. After landing in Oregon, we picked up our rent-a-car at the airport and then drove to Crescent City, California, but not until we hit a few Bigfoot museums first. Quit all that fooling around! Saturday, May 18th, 2024, we hiked the Boy Scout Trail. So when you go to the Redwoods and stop at any of the visitor centers, the rangers will give you these free maps and they'll point out anything you want to see. They're really nice. So we were staying in Crescent City and we took about a 15-minute drive to Boyscout Tree and did a 7.7 out and back. And then we went to Grove of Titans, and then we did STOUT Memorial Grove, and then we turned and went back to the hotel. And they also gave us this other pamphlet of the same area, but easier to see. And here's where we drove in, and there's that beautiful trail. And here 1.7 was Grove of Titans. You can continue on, and I wish I'd had time to do the whole trail down to STOUT Memorial and just connected them, but we didn't have that much time left in the day. So we drove there and then went back to the hotel, and that was day one. Oh my gosh, I'm here and we're really doing it. I'm hiking the Redwood Forest. This is so unbelievable. I first heard about the Redwoods in the 3rd grade when I read an article in the Reader's Digest. Saw people driving their car through a tree and said, someday I am going there and I'm going to do that. I'm going to touch those trees. And we were supposed to come here 3 years ago for my daughter's graduation, but because of COVID, we had to wait. So now I'm here and I am soaking up every second of this. It's like going to New York and looking up at the skyscrapers for the first time, but 100,000 times better. Look at this. Look up with me. First time looking up at skyscrapers. Nature's skyscrapers. Look at this trail. Ta-da! Every time you turn around a tree, there's another giant tree. And if you have to go to use the restroom at any time, it's pretty easy to find a tree to hide behind. There's just no way the size of these trees are ever going to represent on video. I mean, look at this. I'm right against this tree. I can't even reach the edges. Okay, look at how tiny they are. My family is so small. Look at this giant tree. I keep walking up to every single giant tree. Look at this giant tree. Look at this giant tree. Look at this giant hole. Hello. Peek down at me. Just peek and say hello. There you go. Had you listened to some redwood stream water after goofing around for like 20 minutes in this one spot. We're never going to finish this trail. Oh, look, here's more stuff to climb on. It'll be another 15 minutes over here. But that's why we left the hotel at 8 a.m. so we could come here, play around, not rush at all, stay here forever. Check out this shortcut. This fallen redwood lets you jump ahead on the trail if you dare to cross it over the gully. I'm doing it. There you go.
That's weird.
All right, watch out, step aside, kiddo. Ta-da! Poor Keep. She didn't have any hiking clothes of her own, so I lent her some of my baggy stuff. And the drawstring on the pants wasn't tight enough, so they kept falling down. But we fixed it. Flowers! All right, so now let me continue moseying on down this trail and looking around. But I want to tell you a little bit about how we picked out the trails we wanted to do. First, I'm going to climb up into this nook. Cool. So as I mentioned in one of my shorts, I bought a few guidebooks on the Redwood Forest that showed the different trails. And then I went to some YouTube hiker videos to see which were the best ones to do. But oops, stop for a second and touch this. But those YouTube videos had really bad advice. They were showing the most complicated trails that didn't have anything better to offer than the free, easy access trails. So do not listen to, oh, hang on a second. Check out this tree going over this gully. Like you thought the last one we walked over was something. Or maybe you didn't, but it was in person. But this one is really dangerous. And look at Keep. She's doing it in my baggy hiking clothes. We're so thrifty. Look at her go. Holy cow. I wouldn't do it. It's a Bigfoot. Okay, so what was I saying? Bad YouTube videos. Okay, ignore any videos that tell you to go to ranger stations and get permits and combination locks and lift gates and four-wheel drive vehicles. No, you don't have to do any of that stuff. This is all free. These trails are all free. There's parking at the trails. You pull up to them, you walk out here, and you gaze upon. Did you see how big that clover was? Holy cow! Imagine if you found a four-leaf clover out here. It would be some massive good luck. So anyway, when you're ready to come out here, and do come out here, you do not need to find any super secret access trails. The regular trails are good for everyone. Although super secret trails can be fun for kissing. Speaking of super secret trails, I think this might be the restroom over here. This place is huge. There's probably a bathroom attendant in here. Maybe even an echo. Okay, camera's out. Okay, that was the best real-world test of my Appalachian Trail stand-up in pee gear. There's a line outside this bathroom. Welcome. Okay, I'm skirting off the trail for just a moment, the three of us are, to walk on this side trail along this giant, fallen, magnificent tree. Because it's so unbelievable. It's crazy. We'll be here all day, folks. But look, I found stairs. Stairs are one of my favorite things. And stairs in the Redwood Forest are one of my most super duperest favorite things. I have to say, we've been out here all alone this whole time, but a herd of 20-year-olds just went by us. They was crazy. They were having fun, but we let them pass so that we could have our quiet back. And that's another thing. You know, I hike in Connecticut and we have so much noise pollution. I can usually hear planes or cars or whatever out in the trails. Out here, it is silent. Really, it is so quiet. Every now and then I hear a bird call once or twice. But other than that, nothing. It's beautiful. And you know what else is beautiful? More stairs. It's funny, the reviews for this trail from yesterday said it was pretty muddy out here. If someone thinks this is pretty muddy, I've yet to see it. Oh, but look here. Uh-oh.
Action.
How you doing? We just passed by two more people and they took some photos for us. On the whole, though, this trail is very empty. I mean, it's basically us and these trees. And more stairs. And it looks like another bridge. Oh, but look what I see. My first banana slug. Wait, my second banana slug. My first banana slug on this trail. Hello. Anytime. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I do an impeccable predator impersonation. Over a bridge and under a bridge. Check this out. You're not going to believe this, but we are coming up upon another really great, giant, magnificent tree. Oh, and look at this. There's these secret little paths going around behind the trees where you can climb up into them. If I turn a little to the left right here, I'm actually up in a tree right now. There's the trail down there. I think I shall scare my family. Yeah, they weren't scared. Look at this magnificent, breathtaking tree. There's just one after the other, after the next, and it's not getting old. And look at what I'm about to go through. Backpack on, squat down, kind of low. I'm trying to... Woohoo! I did it!
Turn and say cheese.
Oh, look at that. Parkour.
Parkour.
That was like parkour for real. Definitely my family. No doubt about that. Let's see if we can find another big tree, shall we? Follow me. I swear, every time I turn around a corner, I feel like there's going to be a dinosaur waiting for me. This is wild. Now, just some information about this trail. It is listed in all trails as being about 5 miles long, but the reviews say it's between 7 and 8 out and back. And we chose this trail even though the YouTubers said, oh, the first mile of this trail's good, but not much after that. YouTubers are wrong. This trail is amazing. Do not stop at mile 1. Continue on. And I'll bet you the waterfalls at the end are really awesome too. But look what I see. A bridge and a giant tree. You know, I also want to reiterate, it is a Saturday, and we were a little worried that our visit to the Redwoods was taking place over the weekends, and it might be pretty busy here. But the beauty of taking a hike on a longer trail is we're only seeing other hikers here. We're not seeing tourists here. Tourists don't hike 8 miles. Bridge. We did see tourists all by the roads, though. They stop and they look at trees like we did yesterday. They jump out and look at trees and get photos, but they're not backpacking out into the wilderness. So we have these stairs all to ourselves. Another hidden bridge. It's so beautiful. Oh, I'm in love. I don't even want to turn around and go back. I just want to live out here by this water. And look where we are. We're at Fern Falls, end of the trail. On the way back, we stopped at this arrow because it leads up to Boyscout Tree. We didn't visit this site on the way in because the herd of 20-year-olds was up here making a ruckus, so we skipped it. And now that the forest is quiet again, we're coming up here to see one of the main attractions of this trail. It's a little bit steep, but we can do it.
This big.
Do that again.
I once caught a fish this big. I threw it back.
All right, boys and girls, we're on our way back toward the car. Of course, I say that, but we still have like an hour to go. We have an hour hike back to the car. Loving these trilliums. And now we're back at the tunnel walk. Let's hope I can do this better this time. Kiddo behind me is totally falling in love with the banana slugs and taking as many photos of banana slugs as she possibly can. That's what they're talking about. Bridge! You know me, I love to film a bridge going both ways over it. And now we're boarding the stairway to Redwoods. Now take a second and listen. No birds. So quiet. No planes, no cars. Just us and the stairs. So we only have a little ways left to go, and then we're going to get in the car and drive down the road a bit. And these roads are so scenic and curvy and beautiful, and so many more trees to see en route. And from there, we're going to go see the Grove of Titans, which is a pretty big tourist attraction. I think it's about 1 or 2 o'clock right now. Big tree. but hopefully it's not too crazy. Anyone need to use the restroom? And then after we visit the Grove of Titans, we're going to go to STOUT Memorial Grove, which is just a few more minutes down the road from there. And that'll finish out this section. And now let's go over this bridge again. We had so much fun crossing this one when we first came out. Did a little show, walked on the high wire over there. Bye-bye, trees. And we're at the beginning again. My first redwood hike was everything I wanted it to be. And now let's continue with day 1 of hiking by getting in the car and going a small way down the road to the Grove of Titans and then to STOUT Memorial Grove. The link to these hikes are in the description.